I drew some inspiration from this photo, and while I didn't try to exactly replicate it, I wanted to create a base for this airplane, and I liked the natural look here with all the bushes. It's not often that I do a basic out-of-the-box build, but here we are. I wanted to see what it was like to only spend $20 on a model and to finish it in less than 4 months. Theoretically, Edward thinks you can build this in a weekend. Thought about trying that, but I couldn't find a single weekend where I had a spare 48 hours to completely devote my life to this. Maybe if I used multiple weekends. Plus, I always add extra time onto my builds by doing something once, deciding I don't like how it looks, and then redoing it a couple more times. More on that when we get to the camo painting. So, what you see on this plane is straight out of the box. There's no photo etch, no resin, just a solid plastic model kit. Oops, smudged some acrylic paint, and of course it's bright yellow. If you're quick, you can clean it up with some water and a bit of rubbing. The instrument panel decal actually turned out nicely, but you've got to use decal softener due to the uneven surface and because the edges of the decal will overhang the plastic edge. Pressure from the cotton swab forces the decal to conform to the ridges and gives it a snug fit. I decided early on to do a closed canopy due to the lack of extra detail. Therefore, I used the decal seat belts, which come out really flat if you don't give them some backing, like placing them on aluminum foil. As you can see here, I did not place them on foil. It's really hard to scribe a straight line if you don't have a guide, which is why I run the blade up against a piece of tape. Then I used my Rosie the Riveter to re-rivet what I sanded off. Small bit of an improvement on the wheel rims. If you're going to buy micro drill bits, make sure to buy multiple sets because you will break them off. Trust me, these things are super thin. Remember how in the beginning I said I like to redo work multiple times? Well, there's probably 5 to 10 layers of paint built up on this plane, not because I wanted to, but because I wasn't happy with how the modeling came out each time. The paint I'm using is heavily thinned. It's maybe 75% thinner. Lighter colors like the burnt red don't show up well on the darker colors like green, which is why you see me painting light blue or really any neutral gray color over the green. I'll then try to aim and hit those spots with the lighter red. The lighter colors need a lighter base in order to show up. Otherwise, it just looks like crap and not models. There's a fine line between the two. I used a coat of all-clad aqua gloss before and after adding the decals. Got to have a smooth surface or else the decals trap air and appear silvered. Not so much on the dark ones like the crosses, but the white arrow with a lot of clear film on the side of the fuselage is just begging to silver up in the end. If you've never seen a side angle or profile picture of the Focke Wulf landing gear, you need to go search it. It's unique and slightly awkward looking with how far it sticks forward. So don't let your mind fool you into placing the struts straight down underneath the wings. I made a base for this model, mainly because it looked like fun, plus I was trying to compensate for the lack of aftermarket parts. I'm a little torn up over no photo etch here, but what can you do? I find this photo of the Focke Wulf, which I obviously didn't try to copy exactly, but I used it for ideas. It's a Focke Wulf parked in a clearing at the edge of the forest. If there's enough interest, perhaps I'll edit that foliage footage into a future video. But for now, so long, and I'll see you on the next build.